coming to you from an unknown location, at the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, bringing you the unknown. Welcome to another spine-tingling episode of Paranormal 411. Your hosts are David Reagan and Jason Scott, and together, they dive headfirst into the mysteries that lurk just beyond our understanding, featuring notable experts ready to share their insights into the world of the strange and unknown. So pull up a chair, pour a cup of something warm, and prepare to be enthralled. Here at Paranormal 411, we're not just a radio show, we're a community of truth seekers, adventurers of the mind, exploring the boundaries of the known and unknown. We invite you to join us, to share your thoughts, your experiences, your questions. Whether you've had your own encounter with the supernatural or you're simply intrigued by the inexplicable, we want to hear from you. So, don't be shy. Drop a comment and let's unravel the mysteries of the universe together. Buckle up as we journey beyond the veil of the ordinary, into the heart of the extraordinary. This is Paranormal 411, where the inexplicable meets reality and imagination takes flight. Stay tuned and remember, in the world of the paranormal, nothing is as it seems.
All right, welcome to another episode of Paranormal 411. It's where we explore all things paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
I
Still have to say that intro is really good that you've done, Jason.
It is. We're your host, Jason Scott,
David Reagan,
and today
hi, everybody.
we're going to be talking about some paranormal investigation equipment and some do's and don'ts.
Yeah, so this is, if you've ever thought about wanting to do this and you've watched all the shows, and which I'm guilty, I think Jason's pretty guilty of it too.
Oh yeah.
But this is something that you've thought about maybe doing at some point, then we're going to give you just a few guides and a few tips. And the thing is to go out and have fun.
Oh yeah. Have fun.
It's all about having fun.
What's up, Roger?
What's up, Roger? And everybody else?
Everybody else. Yeah. Got one that just says Facebook user. Howdy.
Yeah. Howdy.
Howdy, partner.
Howdy. What's up? Jason's always guilty.
Yes.
You already know who it is now, don't you? Bird dog, maybe?
Yeah. Bird dog. Where's my food at?
He didn't bring it, did he?
He didn't bring my cheesecake.
Uh-oh.
Or I was going to, he put a picture on Facebook, said, look at this cheesecake. It's so good. And I told him I'd be over in 10 minutes, but he never messaged me back.
He says it's in his belly.
But he does say, yeah, come on over. But when I tell him I'm coming, he don't message me back.
Hey, if you're looking to find us, you can do that at paranormal411.org. You can find us at Paranormal 411 on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Now, every Saturday night, we're on at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on WDJY FM. So if you live in the Metro Atlanta area, that's 99.1 FM. If you don't live in the Metro Atlanta area, then you could go to WDJYFM.com, listen to us. You can also go to paranormal411.org, and we have a little link there, and you could click on it and listen to the show on WDJY every Saturday night. We're also on all of your favorite podcast platforms.
Oh, yeah.
Join us.
Yeah. Subscribe to our YouTube.
Subscribe. We also have a book on Amazon.
Yes, we do.
East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore.
Yes, we do.
It's a great little book.
It is. So we're in the process of writing the sequel.
Yes, part 2.
Part 2.
Part 2.
Duh. Hopefully it'll be done sometime in the future year.
Before the Bigfoot conference.
Yeah.
That's what we're shooting for. So, and this one will be big enough that we may also do a hardback cover.
Oh, yeah.
Stay tuned.
We're going to talk about, David here come up with some do's and don'ts about what to do and what not to do when you're investigating for paranormal activity.
Yes.
So we're going to do that first, then we're going to get into some equipment, what you might want to take and what it does.
Yeah. And, again, if you've got into this, even by watching TV over the years, it went from just a few things that these guys had to now you can search for these things. There's 50, 60 toys you could buy now.
Yeah, you can.
I mean,
you can even make them yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. There's online YouTube videos on how to make most of this stuff if you want to. So now we're not going to be going into any of that. So
No.
no.
We might make a video of David building our SLS camera.
Yes, that we can do. That would be fun.
Yeah.
That's a future
So
episode.
tell us some do's in your guide to ghost investigations.
Well, I've kind of come up with 5 do's and 5 don'ts. I think that you could probably come up with a lot more, but these are just the 5 that I've kind of come up with off that I think are very important. At least we'll just say it that way. Number 1 on the do's side is plan ahead. Make sure that you have enough batteries for all your devices. When paranormal activity hits, as you know, Jason, those
Yes.
batteries could go quick. How often have we run out of batteries on the camera because it just went gone?
I know of one I can tell you pretty quick that it's no fun.
That was the one in the
cemetery.
In the cemetery, yeah.
When that stuff, I just charged him, and we wasn't out there
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah, it is gone.
Gone, and I said, I'm getting in a truck.
Yep, I'm leaving you. See you.
Something was going on.
That's it. I think another thing that you need to do is dress accordingly. So make sure that you're dressed for the season. So if it's hot outside, cold outside, whatever, or if the place doesn't have power, just whatever, if it's a building that you're investigating. Also, if you're at a business or a private party's house, make sure that you go in there kind of looking professional. Don't go in there, cut off jeans and, sandals and,
You don't have to wear a suit and tie, but
no, just be presentable. Be presentable.
Wear some good swag from your team.
That's it. Do your research. I think this one's kind of really important. Make sure that you research the location that you're going to the best of your ability, of course. Go see county records if you can. Talk to people and get as much information, about the location that you're investigating before you go on the investigation. Because I just think that one thing, when you get there, helps you out with the investigation. You already know, okay, 5 people died here, just whatever,
Yeah. You can pull up all kinds of records, who owned the house, when it was built,
right?
Everything.
Yeah. Yep. So I think that one would be a good one. Number 4, I've got down as know your equipment. Now, if you're only going in with, digital voice recorder or whatever, just know every piece of equipment. Be pretty intimate with the piece of equipment. Be knowledgeable, and know how each piece of equipment works and how to work it properly before you go in. If it's something new that you got, play with it, test it for a few days. Just that way you understand how it works. So then when you go through and you start getting hits on it or whatever, you can also try to do the same thing and debunk stuff, right? Make sure it's not power line overhead or something like that, giving off too much EMF and, just things like that. So just know the equipment, know how it works. And that'll help with the investigation. That'll help with any findings you have. So then, if you can't debunk them, then it's going to be harder for someone else to.
Oh, yeah.
So number 5, this one's pretty important, I think. Bring a good quality flashlight.
I ain't going nowhere without a flashlight.
Right.
I'm scared of the dark. No, I used to be really.
Yeah. I've always not been able to sleep unless the room was just super dark. I couldn't sleep with one light on in the room.
Yeah. Now it don't bother me. I usually, sleep with the TV on, but it's set to go off at a certain time and it gets dark. So
I've had to learn to live with lights on because my wife's got one of those salt light lamps or whatever.
what if you had a 9 and 10-year-old that leaves lights on everywhere?
Oh, dude, that's why I've got a smart house so I could turn them right back off.
Yeah. Can you lock them?
I don't think you can. You might be able to with some.
Yeah, a good flashlight, is always good to have, I think, because without it, how you going to see?
Right. And with today's technology, you get LED flashlights.
Oh, I got one for Christmas.
Did you?
Thing is bright.
Hey, the new walkie-talkies we have.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen the flashlights on them?
No, they got flashlights.
Yes.
I ain't even played with them yet.
Oh, they've got flashlights on them, and they're LED, and they are bright. Trust me, my wife knows because I've blinded her with them. Just seeing how good they work,
That's another good thing. If you're with a team, you need to keep in communication with each other. You need a good set of
walkie-talkies or something.
walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
Some kind of two-way radio.
Yes. Yeah, and we actually have really nice ones.
Yeah.
I mean, they have headpieces.
Thank you, Michelle.
Headpiece, yeah. Thank you, honey, because you bought mine too. Now that's the 5 do's. We'll move over to the 5 don'ts. You wanna do these 5 don'ts, Jason?
I can, yeah. So don'ts. You've seen this on TV a lot.
Yeah.
By a certain individual.
Who will be unnamed.
Do not provoke a spirit.
Do not.
You see it on TV as a technique to use to make them really mad.
Yep.
And it's not good for your health.
Yeah.
It can cause a spirit to scratch you, even attach to you when you leave. You could take it with you, and then what are you going to do? You're going to have to deal with it at home.
That's right. Yeah. And I mean, the worst thing you want to do is make something you're trying to figure out mad at you enough to come home with you to attach to you. And then you got to try to figure out how to get it out of your house.
Yeah. You treat it the same way as you do people. You treat
respect.
Yeah. Respect. And the way you want to be treated is how you need to treat your investigation.
Yes, absolutely. That's a fact. That should have been on the do's, right? But I had this on the don'ts, so I figured,
so it covered
it out. Yeah.
Don't trespass. Always get permission of the location that you're investigating. I've seen a video of a local guy here being shot at. He was investigating some cryptids, and he got pew-pewed at.
But that's what happens, especially down here in the South. People don't take kindly to strangers being on their property, but
right.
Do not trespass. I always get someone.
If you see a purple paint stripe or
no trespassing
signs, just find the owner and ask.
Yes.
So the best way to keep spirits away is to never give them coffee cheesecake.
Bird dog.
Yep, bird dog.
So he's saying
keep rubbing it in.
He's gonna.
I'll see you Monday. So, number 3 on David's list of the do nots or don'ts. Don't go alone. Always try and bring someone with you on your investigations. I've seen this too. People go out there filming by themselves, and you could fall, you could have some kind of health issue, and you wouldn't come back.
Right. Well, and then You know, there's another side of this too, which I didn't write down, but there's another side of this too. That's, um, if you catch something, you've also got two people that could possibly have seen it,
Right.
heard it.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got cooperation, you know?
Yeah. And if you ever have to go alone, I like that you put this in there. Tell somebody where you're going and what time you'll be coming back.
Yes.
That way, if you don't return, we can send a search party out.
That's right. At least you know where to start looking, you know?
Right.
Um,
So, number 4, do not drink alcoholic beverages or use drugs during an investigation.
it's sad that you have to put that,
It is.
but
What about mushrooms or
I think that'd be
DMT?
even worse.
DMT?
That'd be, yeah. Stay at home.
I ain't seen him. Not only can it be dangerous, but you know, it could hurt your credibility. If you're out there just blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
you know,
Could you imagine letting that out, you know, showing
and
people?
you might have got good evidence, but if you're drunk while you're doing it, who's going to believe you?
Right. Yeah. I just hit the bottle a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit much of that white lightning in you.
Why lightning? Number 5, keep your cell phone turned off. I mean, if you're not using it, I know there's apps all over the place that people use.
You could use it for
phone.
like a voice recorder and some other things.
I think some of them you can even hook a thermal imager up to it.
Right.
FLIR.
But I think that goes right back to that other one where it says know your equipment.
Yeah.
Because just having a cell phone on in your pocket could interfere with evidence capturing.
Yes. Even our microphones, the cell phone will interfere with it if we have them too close to them.
Yeah.
Because it just,
the EMF that it puts off just does something to it. Yeah. So we was having that problem with our guest mic, wasn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So that's the do's and don'ts of.
That's my 10.
Yes,
5 do's and 5 don'ts.
David Reagan's Guide to Ghost Investigations. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
We will be putting these all up on our website too. So
yeah, we're going to put all this up in the blog thing.
Yep.
Bird Dog says all spirits will be drinking tomorrow night, New Year's Eve, drunk ghost.
He almost sounds like he's drunk now.
I think he's been hitting a bottle. It's Saturday. I know he ain't at work. He probably had a big old tomahawk ribeye, some that cheesecake, and a big old Michelob Ultra.
He's living the high life.
Yes, he is.
Wait. It's not Miller, is it? Trimeters.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna get into some of the equipment here in just a second.
Yes, we're even going to have pictures on the little screen here.
Jason's got this one done right.
Yeah, we're getting fancy.
I ain't say.
So, have you ever wondered what tools ghost hunters use to investigate hauntings and paranormal phenomena? Well, you're in luck. In this episode, we're going to explore the various types of equipment that investigators rely on to communicate with spirits, capture evidence, and shed light on the mysteries of the other side. So, you ready, David?
I'm ready.
What are we going to start with? Let's see. Let me pull it up here. Add to stage.
Ooh,
Change that. There we go.
Man.
So the EMF meter. EMF meters are designed to detect and measure electromagnetic fields, which are believed to be connected to paranormal activity. Spirits are often believed to emit electromagnetic energy, and fluctuations in the EMF readings and can indicate the presence of an entity. So this is a good one. It's a K2. It's popular.
Yeah.
Everybody uses it.
Yeah, there's about any show you ever watch or anybody that you talk to, they've got
Yeah.
a K2 meter.
It features LED indicator lights that illuminate based on the strength of the field detected. It allows investigators to identify spikes and anomalies. And we've had this happen on a meter.
Yes, we did.
And it was weird.
Yeah.
Especially when it's following directions.
Yeah. Yeah, when
Yeah.
you tell it, hey, get it to the red, and it goes,
Yeah.
you're like, oh yes.
Now, for some more advanced investigations, the Mel meter is often used. The Mel meter combines EMF detection with temperature measurement capabilities. Thermal fluctuations are also considered significant signs of paranormal activity. Equipped with a built-in flashlight and digital display, the Mel meter is a versatile tool that allows investigators to gather multiple types of data simultaneously.
I do like the EMF meter. I mean, you want to talk about one of the first things that you probably get is EMF reader and a EVP recorder or a digital voice recorder.
Mm-hmm.
Those are usually the first two pieces of equipment.
That's probably the first pieces of equipment we had. Well, it was actually an app on our phone.
Yeah, it was. Before we even ever got our first digital voice recorder,
Right.
we used our phones. We did.
And we'll talk about the voice recorder later, but we got some stunning stuff on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to do the spirit box?
Spirit box. Sure. Do I have that on here?
If you want to, you can just
read it there.
Yeah.
So, also known as a ghost box or Frank's box, the spirit box is an electronic device that rapidly scans radio frequencies. We have one. Probably, I think it's this exact model right here, actually.
Yeah, SB7.
Yep. Allowing spirits to potentially manipulate the sound to communicate with the living. Now, it works on the theory that spirits can communicate by manipulating radio waves and white noise. That's why a lot of people use white noise machines and stuff like that also. Turning them into coherent words or phrases. Now, one popular spirit box model is the SB7, which is pictured here, which features a built-in speaker and AM/FM scan capability. Now, the SB7 also comes equipped with an adjustable sweep rate, so it allows investigators to experiment with different frequencies to enhance communications with spirits. However, it is important to note that the validity and accuracy of the spirit box responses are subjects of debate in the paranormal community. Critics argue that the interpretation of noises and snippets of radio broadcasts can lead to false positives, while proponents believe the genuine spirit communication can occur through this device. Now, us using this piece of equipment several times, I could see both sides of this because we've got some pretty straight answered questions from times that we ask questions and stuff, but I think that when you set someone in a chair with headphones on and they can't hear people asking questions, and then you get responses back from what that person with the headphones on attached to the spirit box, I think that that's one of the best ways to use it.
Yeah, that's called the Estes method.
Estes method, yes.
And we've tried that, and it does work, and it's usually it was the same voice, but I don't know how it works. It scans so fast. I don't see how it could be the same voice saying those sentences.
Right, because we have our set where it scans, the thing sitting there going, and but you get, like Jason just said, the same voice, whether it male or female, saying sometimes a couple of words and sometimes as much as a sentence
Mhm.
that answers a question that you just ask. So again, I think that the spirit box does have its pluses, but it also, I can see the other side of it where, where it could be said that it's just radio frequency noise. But they do have another one, and I forgot the name of it. But you could get it attached to your computer, and it uses some kind of shortwave radio where you can tune into frequencies that aren't used. And there's people that have messed with that and actually get full on communication with ghosts. And it
Mhm.
runs kind of off the same, premise, but a little bit different.
Yeah, I think I was listening to some programs. It seemed like they was recorded in the 30s, 40s,
Hmm.
somewhere in that area. And it was scientists, and they was using white noise to communicate with the spirit world or some kind of realm. I don't know what it was, but they was getting crazy answers. I mean, perfect voices and everything.
Well, Edison put out their own type of spirit box. They actually had a name and everything for it, but so did Tesla.
Mhm.
They both put one out where you can talk to spirits and patented them. So pretty crazy.
It is. Oh,
Thermal cameras.
thermal cameras.
We've got one of these, don't we, Jason?
Yes. So thermal cameras are also known as infrared cameras, are essential tools for capturing visual evidence of paranormal activity by detecting temperature differences in the environment. These cameras can reveal the presence of cold or hot spots, which may suggest the presence of spirits or energy. FLIR and Seek Thermal are two well-known manufacturers of thermal cameras in the paranormal investigation field. They're compact and user-friendly, uh, and make them accessible for both professional investigators and just the hobbyists.
Yeah, and from when people first started using them, it was only these on the TV, that had these pretty good sized budgets to be able to get these kinds of
Yeah.
things. But they've gone down so much in price now. You could get a pretty decent one at a really decent price.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's definitely something to look into, to use, because we named the show what we did because we didn't want to go just for the ghost side of things, right? We kind of want to go for full paranormal, because some of these pieces of equipment can be used on multiple sides,
Mm-hmm.
because I think, people hunting Bigfoot also use, FLIR and
Yeah.
thermal imaging and stuff like that a lot. So these things can have multiple uses.
Yeah, I think nowadays, in the present, the people that are hunting these cryptids and dimensional beings are using paranormal investigators' tools.
They are. They are. I mean, there's more and more people even out there hunting Bigfoot with EMF.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right, let's go to the next one. Oh,
this one right here. Now, this one, I can't wait to build it. We've got most of the components already. So, excuse me. Now, the SLS camera, it's kind of neat. Um, it is kind of built off the Microsoft Kinect. Um, Now they claim that it's camera which projects infrared light into a monochrome CMOS sensor, displays the world as a collection of dots on a 3D pattern. Now, using these infrared dots, the camera can capture dimensionality.
dimensionality.
Thank you, Jason. How can I say dimensionality?
Uh-huh.
And finer textures. Joint and movement recognition allow the software to see human beings. Infrared sensors can pick up ghosts since their humanoid shapes are immediately identifiable to the computer. Now, the structured light sensor camera system, or SLS camera, has become an iconic piece of equipment for the television show, for different television shows. Now, it does aid in paranormal investigation and seeing things that cannot be seen with the naked eye. They allow people who are doing investigations to obtain video evidence of paranormal occurrences. Now, stick figures are used to illustrate these shapes, and they are frequently move about or appear to stand in on top of people's heads. Now, in the premiere episode of some
St. James
places,
Hotel.
yeah, the SLS camera was used for the first time. What's neat about this SLS, and I think that this could be used again in Bigfoot
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. Because if anybody's seen this last season of one of our favorite Bigfoot shows, they used a imaging mapping from a guide dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it mapped something that wasn't there by the camera that was also on that dog. But it could see it where the visual camera could not. It actually was completely not there. And so with it being able to shoot out these infrared lights everywhere and actually map things out, I think it's pretty fascinating.
So Bird Dog says he has a app on his phone that does that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I've seen them in the market, but I ain't never tried them.
I've seen them like where you could get them on phones and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
I've not tried it just for the fact that
A lot of
phones
it
don't have that technology.
a lot
really.
of it says it's just for entertainment purposes.
Right. Well, I mean, your phone doesn't shoot out
Infrared.
thousands of infrared lasers, little lasers everywhere to map something,
Yeah.
But that's what that part of that Microsoft Connect was specifically built for, So
Was that it?
that was it. That's all of it.
We
man.
forgot to mention the electronic voice recorder.
Yes.
So we'll talk about that for just a second. And the electronic voice phenomena, or EVP recorder, is a device used to capture unexplained sounds and voices that are believed to be of paranormal origin. These recorders are equipped with sensitive microphones designed to capture even the faintest of whispers. Paranormal investigators use them during their investigations, often asking questions to the spirits in hopes of capturing responses later during the playback.
Right. It's kind of like how good our microphones are.
Yes. So one of the most well-known EVP recorders is the Sony ICD BX140. What do you think about that? I ain't got that down. It's favored for its clear audio quality, ease of use, and affordability. Sony needs to pay us.
They shouldn't they?
Yeah. But however, many investigators also utilize more advanced recorders like the Olympus. It offers additional features such as noise reduction and voice activation to enhance the capability of capturing the paranormal voices. So we've actually captured, I wish David had them still. Do you?
I do somewhere.
We're going to
They're
have to
still
get
on my phone somewhere. I just have to find them.
Yeah, one of a little girl one that was tormenting me that day. And
what's funny about that one is as soon as you heard that, you was gone.
boom.
See ya.
I'll see you later.
Yep. Not coming back for 2 weeks, Dave. But no, we did. We clearly caught a little girl. Jason was getting high EVP readings on, or EMF readings on his leg, and so he, was using the EVP recorder at the same time, and he asked, "Are you sitting on my lap?" And then, like 2 seconds, you hear like a little girl go, "Yes,
yes," and I go, "Yes, I'm out of here."
But 2 weeks later, you came back, and then we caught an even better one.
Oh yeah,
that one was really phenomenal, and I'll have to really find that one because that one amazes me still today on the clarity of how you could hear the man's voice.
Yep, we'll have to find those and post them up somewhere.
Yeah, we'll post them on another show we do like this or something. We'll play them.
So let's go ahead and take a quick break.
Okay.
And when we come back, we'll close it up and
finish talking about the few things we have left.
Yeah, finish talking about the few things we have left. So I guess we'll be back in just about 6 minutes.
6 minute break.
6 minutes.
Don't leave.
Don't leave.
Don't touch that dial.
Watch this great commercial break.
Yes.
What if the world we know is merely a fraction of reality? What if there are forces, entities, and phenomena that exist just beyond our comprehension in the shadows of the unknown? Welcome to Paranormal 411, your gateway to the unexplained and the downright chilling. Imagine, if you will, a quiet, sleepy town tucked away from the hustle and bustle of the city. The locals tell tales of a house atop a hill where strange lights flicker and eerie sounds echo in the dead of night. Some say it's haunted, others claim it's a portal to another realm. Whatever the truth, one thing is certain, those who venture there are never quite the same. Or picture this, a clear, starry night in the heart of the desert. Suddenly a blinding flash cuts across the sky, a craft of unknown origin moving at impossible speeds. It hovers, then vanishes, leaving only questions and a sense of awe. Could it be visitors from another world, or perhaps a secret government project? These stories, these encounters with the unknown, are what we love here at Paranormal 411. Our mission? To explore the unexplored, to question the unquestioned, and to shine a light into the darkest corners of the paranormal. We've journeyed through haunted houses and UFO sightings, and into the mysteries of cryptids and psychic phenomena, and pondered the existence of other dimensions. And yet, there is so much more to discover. Paranormal 411 is your guide to the unexplained and the extraordinary. Here we talk about the mysteries that lurk in the shadows of our world, from haunted houses and UFO sightings to cryptids and psychic phenomena. We love to question, to explore, and to understand the unknown. There's a world of mystery out there just waiting to be discovered. So why not join us on this journey into the unknown? Subscribe to our YouTube channel and become a part of the Paranormal 411 community. Together, we can uncover the secrets that the universe holds. Welcome to Paranormal 411. Your journey into the unknown starts here. Join us.
In the heart of Madisonville, Tennessee, lies a pizzeria like no other. Step through the door of Legends and Lore Pizzeria and be transported to a realm where paranormal and cryptid encounters, along with mouth-watering pizza, go hand in hand. Meet Eddie and his crew, who serve up slices of the supernatural along with the best pies in town. With the walls adorned with eerie artifacts, indulge in piping hot slices that melt in your mouth and tease your taste buds. And it's not just the locals who love the incredible pizza. Legends and Lore has been selected as the best pizza joint in all of Monroe County. As lovers of everything pizza and the paranormal, the owners have mastered the art of crafting unforgettable combinations that will leave you wanting more. To stay connected with this mystical eatery, follow Legends and Lore Pizzeria on Facebook, where tales of their latest creations and upcoming specials will be shared. Make sure to browse their custom menu, featuring legendary pizzas like the Chupacabra Ranch and the Exorcist. So, whether you have an appetite for the supernatural or simply seek the best pizza in town, Legends and Lore is the place to be. Come for the unforgettable flavors, stay for the captivating stories, and find yourself in a world where legends and pizza collide.
Get ready to rock with the electrifying sound of Catalyst, a band that's sure to leave you wanting more. With their powerful lyrics and killer riffs, Catalyst is a great sound in the world of rock music. You can listen and find Catalyst on Bandcamp, or go to the link at paranormal411.org and click on their banner.
All right, welcome back
We're back.
after that very nice break.
Yes. Hey, remember, we do have a book on Amazon, East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore. It's a great little coffee table book. We are working on part 2, like we said earlier. And if you're looking to find us, you can do that at paranormal411.org, paranormal411 on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Now, tonight, right, every Saturday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, WDJY FM. If you live in the metro Atlanta area, it's 99.1 FM. And if you're not in the metro Atlanta area, it's okay. We still love you. WDJYFM.com. You can listen to us, or you could go to paranormal411.org and click on our link and listen to us there. What's tonight's show on WDJY, Jason?
I think it's alien abduction.
Oh, nice. So we're on all of your favorite podcast platforms.
Yes.
Join us.
We also are on Subspace Radio.
You know, I keep meaning to put that on here. I haven't done it yet.
Subspaceradio.com. I think we're on Mondays at
7
p.m. to 9 p.m.
Yeah, I think they do our full 2-hour shows.
Yes. So let me try to find these other two that we kind of skipped over. Bear with me just for a second. Oh, here we go.
Look at that. Look how good you are.
Now let's see. I go down to here and go to here. There we are. So we have the REM pod, right?
Yes.
And we have one of these too.
Yes, we do.
We haven't we haven't used it yet, I don't think.
Yes, when we went to a house,
Oh,
I used it actually.
yeah, you it was in the kitchen.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So the REM pod has an EM radiating antenna that detects energy disturbances and fluctuations using multicolored lights and audible alarms. REM stands for radiating electromagneticity.
It's funny too because you could just get close to that antenna with your hand, and
Mhm.
that sucker just goes off like crazy.
So it's basically an electric field detector. So you don't want to set it close to power outlets or
TVs or
anything with power.
yeah, set it on the coffee table,
Yeah.
middle of the floor.
It's been designed to emit an electromagnetic field or to make it simpler, a bubble surrounding the device that can be broken by anything that has its own EM field. And, most spirits and paranormal things generate EM fields.
Yes.
I think you can actually pump it up and you can, because they do have EM pumps too.
Yeah, I've seen those, and I've seen those in use a few places.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like those Tesla coils,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of neat. I
Makes
think.
your hair stand up.
I have a lot of hair
It's
to have
really
stand it.
static.
Yeah,
That's what
static
it is.
electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To manually set it off, you have to get very close to the antenna or actually touch it, which breaks the EM field or bubble. How we like to describe it is, oh man, you see that?
What?
At Paranormal 411, walking
Uh-oh.
nearby her, waving a hand around at even short distances does not set it off. Mobile phones and walkie-talkies will set it off if you use them too close to the REM pod.
Yep.
So,
REM pods are pretty cool.
yes, they are.
We love our REM pod.
We'll let David do this one.
And they're neat. Now, Jason just got us these for Christmas, and he said he's been messing with them a little bit.
Yeah, they work.
Yeah. Have you been able to go outside? And
if you're doing them to ask questions, you want a yes or no question.
right.
You can't ask it, what color's my hair?
Right.
Or nothing like that.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's got to be yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I know Michelle's used them during an investigation once before, and it was pretty crazy. They pointed towards the door just before the door slammed on us. Now, dowsing rods are pretty neat, and they've been around in one form or another for a long time. Here in the South, you could even get what they call is your wells witched. So if you're wanting to get a water well put in, someone could come out there and they will douse the well, or they call it witching a well, and find the best place for you to dig to get a well. So, everything on Earth emits energy, and dowsing rods have been used for millennia by people trying to tap into the energy emitted by certain objects. Now, people would look for water using a Y-shaped stick and the eye of the stick pointing in the directions they were walking. Now, as they walked, the tip of the stick would start pointing down to a spot where the energy was the strongest, and that's where they would dig. Now, today's dowsing rods are L-shaped, but the premise is just the same, locating a strong energy field. They definitely use these, in a lot of other ways besides just in the paranormal field.
yeah.
But I think it's pretty neat though that it's a pretty proven technology. Like I was watching the show. Remember that show America Unearthed?
Mm-hmm.
So he called the guy out there because they were looking for where some remains had been supposedly put back into a burial mound, but the burial mound wasn't really there anymore, right?
Yeah.
And he brought out this guy brought out dowsing rods, and Scott Walter was like, I'm a pretty serious scientist here, and you're sitting here pulling out dowsing rods, right? And the guy's like, "You don't believe me, huh?" He's like, "Nope." He's like, "Here, I'm going to go over here, put this knife to where I can't find it somewhere over in this area, and I'll find the knife with the dowsing rods. And he goes, okay. So the guy walks off. He goes out and they're like in this middle of this field, and he hides this knife underneath like a bunch of laid down hay or grass or whatever. The guy comes out there and makes a few passes. And when he steps right on it, that thing just, whoosh, and he goes, it's right here. And Scott Walter's like, well, I'm a believer. So, I mean, it's pretty well tested. Like I said, you know, here in the South, you could get well witched, witching a well. So
Witching a well.
witching a well. I've known somebody that actually had a well witched, and it's kind of a funny story. So he had a company come out that was going to dig a well, and they do whatever they do.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, oh, we're going to have to dig right over in this area. It's going to be probably 200 feet or better. And it might be a little bit sulfur water or something, you know, but this is where we have to dig. And they're like, well, we'll call you back. So they called this guy over to witch the well. He came in, he found a spot, marked it with a stake, and said, less than 50 foot right here, you're going to hit good water. So the company came back out. They had them drill where that stake was. Less than 50 foot, they hit an artesian well. That stuff geysered like hitting oil. And they didn't even need a pump because it was so strong. Pump it to the house.
Yeah, my daughter's been using my little rods. So the way you want to use it is you need to like open them up and let whatever it is you're trying to contact know what yes and no is. Like yes is closed, no is open, anything like that. And then when you ask the question, it'll do whatever. And then when you get done, you want to thank whoever it was and end the session.
Wow.
Now that's a less scientific way to communicate.
Right.
But it does work.
Right. Well, I mean, you see on all these shows too, other things like that happening, right? They'll have a flashlight to where it's just almost, you know, the top of it's just screwed on just enough to where if something touches it, it'll turn it on, right? And so you see those kind of less scientific methods being used all the time too, but you'll see them being turned on and off by, you know, yes and no questions. So, I mean, I think that's something else that should be on the do's and don'ts. Do come into this with an open mind.
Yes.
You know, if you have a closed mind, then you're going to be sitting there trying to explain everything away. Now, it's good to be objective and try to find, you know, if something is real or if it could be something else, right? That's why when the Ghost Hunters first came out, all those many years ago on Sci-Fi, right? That's the one thing I really enjoyed about their shows is that they did try to debunk anything they got to prove that at least what it was that they've got could be explained, you know?
Yeah.
And so, you know, if you're going to do this, have an open mind. And that doesn't matter which field of the paranormal. You know, we're keeping this open again for paranormal. That's anything not normal, right? So whether you're going out looking for UFOs or Bigfoot or Dogman or whatever it is, or looking for ghosts, keep an open mind.
Yeah. Open mind is always good.
Yes. Yep. Definitely.
So there it is.
Short show for the day, everybody.
A glimpse into the world of paranormal investigation equipment.
Yes.
So these tools that we just went over, they work together to provide investigators with the means to document and validate, their activity that they've caught.
Mm-hmm.
My phone keeps blowing up.
See that? You're an important man, Jason.
I know it. But let's remember this equipment serves as powerful tools in the hands of trained professionals. The realm of the paranormal continues to be a mystery that humanity struggles to comprehend fully. So whether you're a skeptic or a true believer, it's up to you to decide what you make of the evidence and stories that continue to emerge.
Yeah. Hey, there's things I see all the time that I'm like, fake, not real.
No,
I don't think so.
So we want to thank you for joining us.
Yes, thanks everybody. This is again going to be a short week. We do have a couple of listeners in Missouri. You know who you are. That has a couple of shirts that just got signed by Jason and I.
Oh yeah.
They're going to get sent out Tuesday morning. So you should receive them pretty quickly, probably within a week or less. Because, we're only an 8-hour drive away. So I would think you'd get them the same week. So I guess it depends on when my sister decides to give them to him. But if you see this, we want to thank everybody that listens and watches these shows. What really helps us is the more people on like YouTube and stuff that like us, follow us,
Yes.
do all those good things that everybody else out there tells you to do. And then commenting is one of the things that actually makes the algorithm say, people really like this. We're going to try to get more people to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
So more comments, the better.
Oh yeah.
But again, it's all about you all, not about us. And we want to thank you. Have a good night. Have a good new year.
Oh yeah.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
We'll see you next year.
That's a long time.
That's going to be a long. What are we going to do for a year, Jason?
Stay curious.
Yes.
And keep seeking answers.
That's it. That's right.
That's a motto.
That's right. I like that.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Have a good night.
Welcome to Paranormal 411. Coming to you from an undisclosed location deep within the Appalachian Mountains with your hosts David Reagan and Jason Scott. Bringing you the unknown. You're listening to Paranormal 411.